DC News Now. A man arrested for the murder of a 3-year-old girl.
Nothing we can do will be able to fill the void left behind us is passing.
Police believe this was a targeted shooting.
We're expecting plenty of dry time throughout the weekend, but we'll let you know when some showers and storms may pop up and try to interrupt your plans.
A new curfew zone now in effect in D.C.
Whatever keep the kids safe, I'm with it.
The kids don't like it too bad. They should be held accountable for their actions.
The emergency action to keep streets safe.
It's Ivy's and I's third deployment together.
Virginia's search and rescue crew on the way to Texas. How Task Force 1 will help. Plus, the shelter dogs being flown to the East Coast, creating more space for lost pets in Texas.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. Let's take a live look outside right now. You can see the Capitol building there on the right, and then that is Rosslyn, Virginia on the left. Beautiful night, but it has been spicy earlier in the week that we saw.
Nicely said. Yeah, we're kind of coming into the weekend on sideways. It's been one of those weeks, Damon. But at least we have a nice way to head into the weekend.
Yeah, seriously, some good summer evening views right there. Yeah. Love that after, spicy, hectic, all those words work, right?
Distasteful.
Yeah, all of it was definitely that way for us, folks, as we had that storm and the rain just coming through every single day here this week for the most part. But as we've gone toward the weekend now, well, things have improved greatly and we are enjoying those quiet conditions. Now, we had a few storms, of course, earlier on because we had high temperatures that sparked up into the lower 90s, upper 80s across the entire area for the most part. That was due to the fact that, hey, we got some more sunshine in the mix here today, so it brought the heat. We still had the humidity, but those showers and storms, they didn't have a lot else to work off of. So now as the sun is going down, we are not seeing anything really out there. The last of the showers out toward the Shenandoah Valley have started to fizzle out. So another quiet, warm, muggy night is ahead of us as we enter into the start of the weekend. Your Saturday morning looking pretty pleasant overall. Yes, you are going to notice that heat returning pretty quickly once the sun comes up, and as we head later into the afternoon, well, it's likely to be a bit of a rinse and repeat scenario from today. We'll time out when you could potentially see some showers and storms on your Saturday, and we'll let you know if things are expected to ramp up again as we head towards Sunday. That's all coming up in your full forecast here in just a bit.
Damon, thank you. In the district, a man arrested accused of a shooting that killed a little girl in a car in Southeast over the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, the 3-year-old was in the car with her family, including her father. She died days later. DC News Now's Max Marcilla joining us live tonight.
And Max, it was first reported that the little girl was killed by a stray bullet, but police are now clarifying what that means.
Well, Chris and Susan, what police are saying is that while they don't know why the 3-year-old ended up dead in this shooting case, they also don't believe this was a random act of violence.
Nothing we can do will be able to fill the void left by Honesty's passing, but we do hope that the arrest brings some measure of comfort to your family as you grieve.
A message of comfort from DC's police chief to a heartbroken family.
You're running around here, you shooting guns, and you're not caring about who you hit.
3-year-old Honesty Cheadle's great uncle sharing his frustration earlier this week. Now, 24-year-old Charles Rucker is behind bars on a first-degree murder charge.
This seemed to be an intended shooting.
Why Rucker intended to shoot someone is unclear, but here's what police say they learned during the investigation. Rucker approached a car here on 14th Street Southeast. It was early Saturday morning. Inside the car, 3-year-old Honesty and several family members. Rucker shot several times. Honesty was hit and died days later.
While we know Rucker committed this shooting on his own, we do not know his motivation at this time.
What's also unclear is any relationship between Rucker and Honesty's family, if there is one. Either way, the news of a 3-year-old's death has angered a community. It was talked about at a vigil for another girl, 17-year-old Zoe Kelly Hickman, also killed in a shooting in the district this week.
We have forgotten how precious the lives are of our youth. Not anymore.
Now, police say they do have evidence in the form of video related to the shooting. Meanwhile, as for the arrest of Rucker, well, they said it happened today and it happened in Northeast, but they didn't provide any other details for how the arrest was made. Reporting live in Northwest, Max Marcella, DC News Now.
All right, also in D.C., the final gang member who shot and killed a little girl 7 years ago will spend the next 50 years in prison. Mark Price was sentenced on what would have been Ma'Khia Wilson's 17th birthday. Ma'Khia was killed by a stray bullet while sitting on the front stoop of her Northeast home back in July of 2018. It happened during a turf war shootout between rival gangs. All 5 gang members have now been convicted and sentenced.
We are now an hour into a new curfew zone for kids in Navy Yard. Take a look and you can see by this map just how far the area has extended. The mayor signing this emergency legislation that now gives police this new authority. Scenes like this one, take a look. In recent weeks, they have been all too common. You could just see kids running throughout the region. Officials saying that these large groups of teens, they have been disruptive and sometimes even violent. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live there in Southeast. And Daniel, earlier when we checked in with you, there were kids all over the place. Have they gone home now that the curfew is in place?
Yes, Susan, it does appear that way, although a lot of people were lingering around just until before 8 p.m. When officers were pretty much flooding the entire area, handing out these flyers to make sure that the kids were aware of this new curfew zone. Also, of course, posted on these lampposts as well. Now, the extended curfew zone is in effect tonight, Saturday, and Sunday night, from 8 p.m. until 11, when the district-wide curfew kicks in through 6 a.m. All a part of that emergency legislation the mayor signed into law. The law says in this special curfew zone, those 17 and under are prohibited from gathering in a group of 9 or more in any public space or on the premises of any establishment. There are some exemptions, including attending school, religious, or organized recreational activities, returning home from a job, or doing errands that their parents tell them to do. Now, everyone we've talked to today is in favor of the curfew extension.
Even though I do have kids myself, I honestly, just being honest, I think it's a good idea, you know, just to keep the kids safe.
Our focus will be on explaining the law to young people, getting engaged with them, and trying to get compliance with them and ask them to leave the area so we can get them into positive activities.
Now, last weekend, there were more than 20 arrests of kids, mostly for setting off fireworks here in Navy Yard. Quite dangerous. So police want to completely avoid that with this new curfew. They say that they will give warnings first, but if there are groups of more than 9 kids that don't heed that warning, then they will take them into custody, hand them over to DYRS so that they can be reunited with their parents. But tonight, all calm so far. We're live in Navy Yard. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. New tonight, there's also a new curfew in Maryland. Kids in the city of Laurel have a couple more hours before they need to head home as well. The mayor saying the citywide curfew is for anyone 17 and younger, and you will then need to be with a parent or guardian to stay out between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. There are some exceptions here for kids going home from school, religious events, or volunteer activities. Tonight is the first night that the restrictions are in place, and they're going to continue until the end of August.
We are waiting on a ruling from a judge that could have really major implications for a Maryland father. A judge is expected to decide next week on an emergency motion from Kilmar Abrego Garcia's lawyers. Abrego Garcia was wrongly deported to El Salvador in March. He was returned to the U.S. last month to face human smuggling charges in Tennessee. His lawyers are concerned that if he's released ahead of his trial, he'll be deported to another country. Today in court, the judge scolding the Trump administration for failing to detail any deportation plans for Abrego Garcia. We'll have much more on this developing case ahead in our next half hour. All new tonight, police in Virginia need help identifying a man accused of attacking a bus driver in Lorton. Take a look here at your screen. This is a picture of that suspect. Bus driver says the man got on and then attacked him. Still not clear why. The bus driver was taken to the hospital, but we're told is okay. If you have any information, you're asked to call Fairfax County Police.
President Trump and the First Lady in Central Texas getting a look at the really horrific flooding and all the damage there. You can see him there with Governor Greg Abbott, who says at least 160 people still missing and more than 120 have died, including dozens of children. During the visit, the president approved FEMA help to even more counties. We're also getting some new video tonight giving us a new perspective of just how destructive the flash flooding is. And you can see just the massive amount of debris just all over this area.
It really just incredible. This was taken in Leander, this is a town just north of the capital, Austin. A community just outside the town says a bridge serving as the only way in and out was heavily damaged. Now, Virginia Task Force 1 now on the way to Texas tonight to help. We caught up with them as they made final preparations in Chantilly. The team tells us they'll be helping in the search for flooding victims. 3 search canines and their handlers are making the trip. That includes Charlotte Grove and K9 Ivy on their 3rd deployment with Task Force 1.
Something that never ceases to amaze me, though, is the people. You meet people at their absolute worst. They've been through a horrific event, maybe lost some loved ones, and we show up and we try to help them, and they are the most gracious, kind people that you could ever meet. So.
Charlotte says that she and Ivy also helped with the recovery efforts following Hurricane Helene last year. Shelter dogs in Central Texas, they are now headed over to the East Coast, and this is all to make more room for the so many pets found during the flooding, all in hopes of hopefully reuniting them with their families.
Yeah, see this video here. This is from the Humane Society of North Texas. Volunteers helping transport some of these shelter animals. And some of the animals, again, heading here to the East Coast. The Brandywine Valley SPCA receiving its rescue flight from Texas today. Now they're helping facilitate and relocate at least 20 dogs from that first flight alone. The SPCA saying most of the dogs come from a regional animal shelter in really one of the hardest hit areas.
We would love to take in more animals from Texas, but we need empty kennels to do that. So we're calling on our community to step up. If they've been thinking about adopting a pet, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, just consider that and help everybody out here. The second rescue flight that is going to be bringing about 20 dogs and cats. It's happening tomorrow. The animals from both days will then be taken over to Southeast Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
Yeah, so many animals needing, help, obviously, from thousands in Texas. Just devastating.
Right, and you just can't imagine how many people, volunteers,
right.
Everyone just wrapping their arms around the community down there.
Absolutely, yeah.